Hello fellas. Welcome back to Top 5 Choices. Today's video I am gonna do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best Toshiba laptops 2021. After doing proper researches, we came to the conclusion that meets the best in terms of overall. Kindly leave a like if you find this helpful, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications if you haven't. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use to for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. We'll be back with more videos. The Radius 12 is a gorgeous, modernly designed machine. The exterior is completely wrapped with dark, brushed aluminum. The all-metal body is also accented with bits of black, rubbery plastic you'll find along the edges. The extra bit of rubber at the rear of the Radius 12 is an especially nice touch, as it adds a soft and grippable texture for toying around the laptop. On the interior of this notebook, the bottom lip of the screen juts out enough to comfortably rest your thumb against it while using the device as a tablet. Thanks to its small, 12.5-inch screen size and relatively light, 3-pound weight, this is one hybrid device you'll be able to use regularly as a Windows 10 tablet too. The laptop's overall look is stately, reserved and sophisticated. From a distance, it looks like a plain and uncommonly thin business laptop. The Radius 12 won't catch much attention in the office, and that's not something I can say about the flashier Dell XPS 13, with its unique 11-inch chassis, or the Lenovo Yoga 900's blinged-out watchband hinge. Although Toshiba made some smart decisions with the Radius 12's aesthetic and ergonomics, this machine has a quirky keyboard. Given its 12.5-inch screen, the keyboard is understandably smaller, but the keys are frustratingly short both in terms of key travel and the physical shape of the keys. Every letter and punctuation mark key seems a bit squished, but there's plenty of room along the sides and above the top of the keyboard deck for larger buttons. Even the keyboard's layout has been rearranged in an odd fashion, starting with the tilde key, which has been repositioned beside the left Alt key. Meanwhile, dedicated page up and down keys were haphazardly jammed just above the arrow keys into the space typically reserved for the right Shift key. Thankfully, the trackpad was spared any size reduction, and it's actually spacious and responsive for navigating the laptop's 12.5-inch screen. The 11.6-inch screen works for both laptop and tablet use. The 366 by 768 resolution isn't anything special, but the display is reasonably bright and clear, with 10-finger touch support and edge-to-edge glass. The laptop keyboard has a basic chiclet-style design, with black square keys but no backlight, so using the keyboard in a dimly lit environment might be a pain. When you fold back the display, the keyboard is automatically disengaged, and automatic screen rotation is turned on. The accompanying touchpad is squarely centered in the palm rest, and while it offers the multi-touch gesture support you'll want for Windows 8, it also has separate clickable right and left buttons. Past its multi-mode design, the Radius 11 has a fairly standard feature set, with the ports located along both sides of the laptop chassis. On the right are a USB 2.0 port and a headset jack, along with a Kensington lock slot and physical buttons for volume control. On the left are a full-size HDMI out port, a USB 3.0 port, and an SD card slot, along with a power connector and an on-off button. Inside the system is equipped with 802.11n Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, and WiDi wireless video streaming. For storage, the Radius 11 boasts a 500GB hard drive, much like the Lenovo Yoga 211 and the HP Pavilion 11TN000X360, but much larger than the 64GB solid-state drives, SSD, offered in tablets like the Acer Aspire Switch 10 and the Asus Transformer Book T100TA. With so much storage space, Toshiba doesn't hold back on the pre-installed software. There are 30-day trials of McAfee Live Safe 2014 and Microsoft Office 365. There are also free services, like Adobe Reader, Google Drive, Amazon Kindle Reader and others. Then there are retail apps, Amazon, eBay, entertainment apps, Netflix, Hulu+, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and samples of about a dozen games from Wild Tangent. Toshiba also throws in several branded apps, like App Place, Book Place, Media Player by Esmedio TrueLink Plus, and more utilities for system recovery, password management, and power management. Toshiba covers the Radius 11 with a 1-year warranty. Rather than the aluminum space age look you see on so many of its competitors' laptops, Toshiba has opted for a more down-to-earth impression with its Tecra A50C. Its matte black exterior is grooved with fine parallel lines that are reminiscent of wood grain. Toshiba calls the exterior graphite black, but dark walnut or ebony may be a more fitting description. Its design matches an executive's desk better than any of its silvery competitors. Its screen lies tight against its base when closed, which gives the Tecra A50C a surprisingly slim profile. Its exterior edges are glossy, plastic and embedded with multiple ports that contrast nicely against the wood grain. This wood grain motif continues inside with the palm rest and the areas around the chiclet-style keys and 2-button touchpad. In accordance with the Tecra A50C's small to medium-sized business (SMB) orientation, the keyboard features a full number pad and, as you'd expect from a full keyboard, the touchpad sits left of center. At 14.9 inches, 378 mm long and 10.2 inches, 259 mm wide, the Tecra A50C has a significant footprint, even amongst its competitors. It's over an inch longer than the ThinkPad E555 and the Inspiron 15 5000, but the NV15 has the Tecra's footprint beat by 1/4 of an inch. And while all three have similar height profiles, about an inch or 25 mm, the Tecra A50C's compact design makes it seem smaller than the rest. At 5 pounds, 2.27 kilograms, the Tecra A50C is no MacBook Air, but because its weight is evenly balanced over its whole frame it handles like a lighter laptop. Its similarly weighted competitors, the NV15 is 5.2 pounds or 2.35 kilograms, and the ThinkPad E555 is 5.18 pounds or 2.34 kilograms. The Dell Inspiron 15 5000 is 4.4 pounds or 2 kilograms. Toshiba has put quite a bit of work into sprucing up its notebooks for the back-to-school season, and the Satellite S55T is no different. Like its sibling the Satellite P55T, the S55T sports Toshiba's new Skyline design language, the primary focus of which is to afford Toshiba's notebooks a more refined look. That starts with the Satellite S55T's ice silver-colored brushed aluminum lid. Adorned with a chrome Toshiba logo in the bottom right corner, the lid's appearance is sleek and understated. Click to enlarge open the lid, and that brushed aluminum design continues to the laptop's spacious and comfortable wrist rest. Above that is the notebook's glossy black plastic keyboard deck. A thin silver speaker grille adds some character to the inside of the notebook, while an edge-to-edge glass display lends the laptop an air of elegance. Measuring 14.9 x 9.6 x 1.2 inches and weighing 5.4 pounds, the Toshiba Satellite S55T A5277 is both smaller and lighter than the Acer Aspire V5-571 PG9814, which measures 15.4 x 9.9 x 0.96 inches and weighs 5.6 pounds. Click to enlarge for a notebook that has such a powerful processor and graphics chip. The Satellite S55T's display sure is a letdown. At 15.6 inches, the S55T's True Bright 10-finger touchscreen display sports a middling resolution of 1366 x 768 pixels. If you plan to carry this laptop far, then its size and build quality will be important. With a 15.6-inch screen, this is, inevitably, a rather hefty laptop. It measures 361 mm wide by 244 mm deep and is 19.9 mm thick, giving plenty of room for port and slots. You'll need a strong shoulder though, as the Satellite Pro L50 weighs 1.7 kilograms, although thankfully the power brick is quite small and lightweight. Build quality is only average. One of my perennial issues with Dynabook's laptops is the amount of flex in the lid. I was unhappy with this with both the Portage A30e and Portage X30F at the end of last year, for example. Dynabook has inherited this issue from Toshiba, and it really could do with fixing. In the meantime, I suggest you invest in a protective sleeve. The upside of this laptop's size is that there's room for a number pad to the right of the keyboard. Unlike that on the Asus ZenBook Flip 15 UX 563FD that I looked at recently, which also has a 15.6-inch screen, the number pad has full-size keys. This has been achieved by pushing the whole keyboard section further out towards the short edges of the chassis than is the case on the ZenBook. The vertical space between the number pad and keyboard is slightly wider than the norm, and I'd have liked it to be wider still. The Enter key, while approaching double width, is only single height, and I found it easy to hit the 4 key instead. I've had similar issues with all keypads on the right side, and doubtless this is just an acclimatization issue. Still, it's tedious while it lasts. The 15 to 6-inch screen sits in moderately slim bezels about 7.5 mm on the short edges and a little deeper above the screen in order to accommodate the webcam, which sadly lacks a privacy cover. The bottom bezel is much deeper than the rest. There are several iterations of this laptop, and all share the same 15.6-inch non-reflective, non-touch TFT panel with FHD 1920x1080 resolution.